Hey guys, in this video I want to go ahead and continue working on some more examples of completing the square, specifically to be able to graph some of these quadratics. Okay, en este video vamos a continuar completando el cuadrado, okay, específicamente para usarlo para hacer la gráfica. So let's go ahead and do some of these, guys. Remember, go ahead and if you are new to this video, you don't know what we're talking about, go ahead and take a look at the first video and it'll explain it more in detail. But for those of us that already watched the first video, go ahead and we're going to go ahead and complete the square because you can't factor this, right? So we want to go ahead and graph this guy, but it's hard to factor. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move the 2 to the right. Okay, give ourselves some room. Okay, vamos a mover el 2, so we're going to get x squared minus 4x plus something. The 2 is going to come over here. Okay, we're going to have the y on the left side. Now we're going to go ahead and take half of the middle. Half of -4 is -2, and we're going to square it. Okay, now whatever you add on one side, you have to add on the other side to make sure you keep it balanced, okay? Because this is an equation. Okay, tenemos que agregar lo mismo. Siempre va a ser más. It's always going to be plus something. And I put the negative in the middle. So here on the right side, this is not factorable. Oh, esto ya lo puedo factorizar. All I got to do is take that x there, whatever is inside here, that's a -2. Okay, and it becomes x minus 2 quantity squared. And this guy here becomes a factor. And I'll just do it real quick, just as a review. Voy a hacerlo otra vez. ¿Cómo agarro de esto? ¿Cómo se convierte en esto? Entonces, I'll put it right here. X squared minus 4x, -2 squared, negativo 2 cuadrado es 4. So now I gotta factor this, tengo que factorizar esto. Entonces x por x me da x cuadrada. So x times x gives me x squared. And what are the factors of 4 that give me -4? Well, -2 times -2. -2 times -2 is a +4. And at the same time, -2 plus -2 will give me that -4x. So what you do is you cross multiply x times -2 is -2x. X times another -2, same thing, -2x, and that's going to give me the -4x that I wanted. So that's how I know I'm doing it right. So the factors are x minus 2, x minus 2. And since I have both that are the same, you can do x minus 2 to the second power. But I don't have to keep doing this because here it is. You see that? I just jump straight into this right here. Okay? Entonces ahora, let's go ahead. -2 squared is 4. Negativo 2 cuadrado is 4. Over here we have the +2, el positivo 2. Now just make sure you subtract 4 on both sides. Voy a restar 4. And then we have y is equal to x minus 2 squared. 2 minus 4 is -2. Okay, ahora el vértice, the vertex for this guy, remember it becomes the opposite because you're solving it. X minus 2 lo estoy resolviendo, entonces se convierte en positivo. 2 positivo 10 en negativo 2. Y este se queda igual. Entonces este es el vértice. So let's go over here, +2. You go from the center, 1, 2, down 2, 1, 2 abajo. Ahí está. Ese es el vértice. Okay, that's the vertex. And it's going to be opening upward because it's positive. Okay, this, usually there's a number here in the front that tells you if it's opening upward or downward. But because it's positive, it's going to be opening upward. So now, we want to go ahead and graph it. Now, normally you can just kind of sketch it real easy. That's probably enough, but let's go ahead and just pick a point. Vamos a hacer la gráfica un poquito más detalladamente. Vamos a meterle el 0. We're going to go ahead and put a 0 here. Okay, 0 minus 2 is -2. -2 squared is 4. 4 take away 2 is 2. Entonces, cuando yo le agrego el 0 en la x, me sale positivo 2. Entonces, 0 positivo 2 está acá. Ahí está. That's 0, 2. So if I do remember this is the line of symmetry, la línea simétrica. Okay, so from this line of symmetry, it's 2 units to the left. So I'm going to go 2 units to the right, 1, 2, right here. And that's going to be my other point right there. Ese va a ser mi otro punto. Y así lo hacemos. And you got your parabola. And that's it. Ya terminamos. Let's go ahead and do another one. Same thing. Esto lo vamos a hacer la gráfica, pero no se puede factorizar, entonces lo vamos a mover acá hacia la derecha. We get x squared plus 6x plus something, and we're going to move the 3 over here. We have our y. We're going to take half of 6. La mitad del 6 va a ser 3. al cuadrado. Y siempre es al cuadrado. Y tenemos, acuérdense que mantener balance, entonces lo que agrego a la derecha se tiene que agregar a la izquierda. Entonces 3 al cuadrado, cuidado, es 9, no es 6. Now be careful, 3 squared is 9, not 6. Now once I get to here, I can just go ahead and solve it. X plus 3 squared plus 3. Now all I got to do is subtract the 9. Voy a restar el 9. Allí a los dos lados. Ok, me queda y igual a, you get y is equal to x plus 3 squared, quantity squared. And 3 minus 9 is negative 6. Good, so now my vertex is negative 3, negative 6. El vértice de este es negativo 3, negativo 6. Entonces voy acá, negativo 3, 1, 2, 3, acá 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, acá está. So this is the vertex for this parabola, negative 3, negative 6. We'll do the same thing. Let's go ahead and plug in a 0. Vamos a meterle el 0 otra vez para hacer la gráfica un poquito mejor. 0, okay. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 take away 6 is 3. Okay, entonces cuando le meto el 0 me da 3. 0, 3 me va a dar 1, 2, acá está. Acuérdense, por medio de la línea, el vértice tiene una línea simétrica, entonces 3 unidades a la derecha, vamos a caminar 3 a la izquierda. 1, 2, 3, aquí está. Ok, y ahí está. Ahora podemos hacer la gráfica con la parábola. Hasta allá. Este también acá. Y allá sigue. Ok, and so that's our parabola. Let's go ahead and see if we can do 2 more. Vamos a hacer 2 más. Okay, unos decimales. We'll do some decimals, okay? What about this one? Same thing. We want to graph it, but we can't because it's not factorable. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move it. Vamos a moverlo otra vez. X cuadrada más, menos 9x. Y después vamos a tomar la mitad del 9. Okay, we're going to take half of it. So, it's a minus, es menos. We're going to add, siempre pongo la suma. We're going to put something here, so we're going to move the positive 11 over here. Okay, la y está acá. Mitad de menos 9 va a ser una fracción o un decimal. Half of 9 is going to be a decimal, so that is negative 4.5 squared. Es un decimal. Y está bien que sea decimal, no importa. Nomás acuérdense que tienen que agregar lo mismo a la parte izquierda. So now when you do this, you're going to get positivo 12.25. Okay. So now you're going to get plus y equals, ahora podemos factorizar esta acá. X menos 4.5 al cuadrado más 11. Ok. Entonces ahora vamos a restar menos 12.525. Igualmente acá 12.25 igual. Me queda y igual a x menos 4.5 al cuadrado. Entonces acuérdense, be careful. Remember this part right here. Whenever you have subtracting this one, we know the answer is going to be negative, but you always want to put the big number on the top. So we're going to go ahead and do 12.25 take away 11. Okay. And then 5 minus 0 is 5. 2 minus 0 is 2. And that's going to give you negative 1.25. Okay. So just be careful when you're subtracting this, because some students do 0 take away 2. Oh, you can't do that. And so they get a different value. So when you're subtracting, just make sure you put the biggest value on the top. Okay. So here's my vertex. So V, it becomes the opposite. It's 4.5 and negative 1.25. And that's my vertex. Cool. So now, excuse me, we're going to go over here. 4.5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mitad es acá. Okay. And then down negative 1.25. Uno está acá, a lo mejor acá. Right here. And that's my point. Entonces ese es el vértice. Negativo 1.5. Y podemos hacer lo mismo igual. Vamos a meter el 0. Let's go ahead and put a 0 here. Okay. 0 menos 4.5 es negativo 4.5, pero al cuadrado me da 12.25. So 4.25 squared Okay, should give me, oh, you know what? I am so sorry. I hope you guys saw, cometí un error. Lo hice demasiado rápido. If you can see, did you guys see my mistake? This is actually not 12.25. It's actually 20. Es 20. Es 20. Es 20. Entonces lo tenemos que corregir. So let's go ahead and do that. Este va a ser 20. 20.25. So we're going to subtract 20.25. Sorry, I was going too fast there. Perdón, iba muy rápido allí. Entonces aquí va a ser 20, no 12. Ok. Entonces aquí menos 20. Entonces aquí tenemos 20. Entonces aquí me va a dar 20 menos 11 va a ser 9. Ok, va a ser negativo 9. Ok. Entonces este punto va a cambiar aquí, no va a estar acá. Ok. Entonces voy a cambiar esto. So right here is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4.5. Then you go down 9. No quiero caminar 9 pasos hacia abajo, entonces lo voy a decir que acá está el 9. Let's say this is negative 9. So acá está el 10. Okay, so let's see here. It'll be right about here if I just kind of estimate it there. Entonces el vértice va a estar acá. So this would be 4.5, comma, negative 9.25. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug it in. If I go ahead here and I put 0, si le meto el 0, negative 4.5 squared would give me 20. Me daría 20.25. Okay, so 20.25 menos 9.25. Okay, me daría 11. Would give me 11. Okay. And you can tell here, pueden ver aquí el the x-intercept, I'm sorry, the y-intercept, when x is equal to 0. Cuando x es 0, okay, aquí es 11, entonces no tenemos que hacer mucho trabajo aquí, pero 11 está muy alto, 11 is very high, so I'm just going to say 11 is over here. Let's just say that's 11 right there. Okay, and then remember, here's my line of symmetry. Esta es mi línea simétrica. Okay. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 y medio. Entonces de acá también voy a correr 1. Voy a hacer 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 y medio acá. 1, 2, 3, 4 por acá. Aquí está. Entonces voy a hacerlo acá un poquito grande, pero ni modo. Y ahí está. Okay, so that's our graph. So let's go ahead and do one more and try to be careful with these decimals, okay? All right, vamos a hacer uno más con estos decimales. So, same thing, we can't factor, so we're going to move it. No podemos factorizar, entonces lo vamos a mover. X cuadrado más 11x más 13 aquí, vamos a mover. Entonces, mitad de 11, half of 11 is going to give me 5.5. We're going to square that. Make sure, remember, we add to both sides, 5.5 squared. So let's do the right side first. This becomes x, and that's plus 5.5 squared, and then plus 13 over here, más 13. What does this become? That's going to give you a y plus, and this is going to give you 30.25. Okay. And then just make sure you subtract 30.25 on both sides. Vamos a restar los dos lados. Okay. Y equals x plus 5.5 squared. And then same thing. Make sure you let me go ahead and do it over here. Lo voy a hacer a este lado acá. 30.25 minus 13. Okay. 0.25. 30 menos 13 me va a dar 17. Okay. And then, so it's going to give you negative 17.25. Entonces la vértice de este va a ser menos 5.5 menos 17.25. Okay. All right. So now I can go ahead and graph it. Negative 5.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y medio. Negative 5.5 is right over here. Okay, so now I gotta go down 17 spaces, but I'm not gonna do 17. Let's say that one is negative 17. Okay, this is negative 18. So we're right about here. Okay, my y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. So when x is 0, y equals 13. Entonces cuando x es 0, la y es 13. Entonces 13, vamos a decir que está acá. Let's say 13 is over here. Okay, and remember, here's my line of symmetry. Mi línea simétrica acá está. Okay, pasa por el vértice aquí en el medio. So how far is it from here to here? It is 5.5, es 5.5. Entonces voy también otra vez 5.5 acá. So let's see here. That'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right about here. Okay, esta es mitad. Entonces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y la mitad. Ahí está. Alright, so then right here, aquí voy a tratar de estar acá igual. Y este nomás voy a tratar de hacerlo lo más limpio que pueda. Try to do as neatly as I can. And that's it. That's it. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. And just keep working hard. Thank you.